welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Sunday, April 27th, and we are here helping you along your financial journey. There are so many times where maybe you're just starting out or you're restarting or you need a little bit of guidance along the way. So many choices, so many options. Believe me when I tell you, I've been doing this for so long. There is not just one way to get where you want to go. You know, it's like when I get into the car and I look at the Waze app and it says, here are the different routes. Some are a little bit more circuitous. Some cost a little bit more money. Some are more efficient, but I like to know what's available to me. And think of us, me, Jill Schlesinger, certified financial planner and CBS News business analyst, and my cohort, Mark Talercio, the executive producer of this program, as well as a certified financial planner. We're like your Waze app. Mark, do you use the Waze app to get where you want to go?
I do not, but Amanda likes to use Waze.
I'm a big user of Waze, and I like to know the available routes. It's not like there's just one way to get where you want to go. In fact, we talk to people all the time, and they may be talking about like, hey, I owe a bunch of money in student loans. What should I do? And one person we might say, hey, you know what? Focus on those student loans and don't put as much money in your retirement account. But another person, we might say, well, you've got this huge match in your retirement account. Maybe you should put a little bit more money in there to capture the match. Each of you has a very different circumstance. And so there are always different ways to get to the place where you want to go. And maybe you don't even know where you want to go and you need some help with prioritization. Get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. And if you'd like to join us on the air live, check that box. And Mark will do everything else. Do you know why, Mark? You're the very best executive producer in the world. And, listen, there are so many different people out there. They're in different circumstances. And we love to hear from them. Mark, when I think about all the different kinds of people we've spoken to over the years, it's not just one kind of person that is defined by who listens to us on this show or on our sister broadcast, Jill on Money. But I think generally it's people who just say, I need some guidance. It doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, how much you have in the bank, you don't have. It's that you need some assistance. Even you, Mark, you needed some assistance when we first met 112 years ago, right?
I would say from 2011 until, 2017-ish. Yeah, I came to you once a year.
Yeah. And I mean, we spoke more than that, but we would talk about all sorts of things. Mark was trying to buy an apartment. That deal fell through. By the way, that was the best deal that never happened, Mark, when you think about it.
That's exactly right. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And all sorts of things that happened, the trials, the tribulations, even just both of us managing the careers of being self-employed, how different that is and how we were able to do different things in our lives at different times. Use us. We are like the guinea pigs. We've done the testing for you in our own lives, and we've talked to so many people. And of course, we're both credentialed. So get in touch with us. You don't have to go it alone. That's really my most important thing to stress. We are here to guide you. We're going to have a little sense of humor when we do it. We're kind of nosy. We like to hear what's going on in your lives. And most importantly, we are not going to judge you. We are here to just meet you where you are. Right now, let us meet Katherine, who joins us from North Carolina. Hi, Katherine. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Great. What can we do for you today?
So I'm just looking for some outside advice. I have been always kind of a diligent saver, planning tentatively for an early retirement at age 55. I'm currently age 47, but I'm getting increasingly burnt out with my job.
Yeah.
I'd really like to go part-time, but my current employer has declined to accommodate that. So I've been looking
Bastards.
Yeah. I've been looking at other options, for part-time or less stress options, but that's likely going to involve a significant pay cut or.
Oh, wait. Maybe you can afford a pay cut.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping you're going to tell me I can.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
so.
So, Katherine, are you married, single, partnered? What's going on?
Single.
Okay. Kids or no kids?
No kids.
So, in your stressful job where you have a nasty boss who will not allow you to go part-time, what do you earn?
I earn about $100,000 a year.
Great. And are you putting money into retirement?
I am.
Okay. How much money do you have squirreled away in retirement right now?
So in my 401k, I have just over $1 million.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a lot. Talk about a diligent saver.
$100,000 a year, people.
That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. She's been working for 25 years. So this is what happens when you squirrel away and you're a diligent saver. Okay. What else you got?
Okay. And so that's the 401k is all primarily traditional pre-tax. I
Got
just
it.
switched over to Roth, but that was only in the last month or so. So basically,
Okay.
it's all traditional. I do have a Roth IRA that
Hmm.
has about $290,000 in it.
My goodness. Okay. Tremendous. What
Um,
else?
Then I know you'll like to hear this. Actually, although I've been with the same employer 25 years, there was like a merger and acquisition. So from the previous company, I do have a small a pension that I'll
Hmm.
be eligible for at age 65, which will be about $1,500 a month.
Okay. That's good. That pays for health care when you
Yep,
retire. I mean, that's a nice thing just to have coming in, right? Do you have money saved in a taxable brokerage account?
I do. So I have about 300,000 in a taxable brokerage
My
account,
God. My God, Catherine, it's incredible. 300,000. Okay.
and then and about 90,000 in a high yield savings account.
And what about, is that it for kind of like the basic assets, the liquid assets, meaning brokerage, retirement assets, and anything else that's floating around?
I do have a healthcare savings account that has about 25,000 in it.
Great. Look at all the savings. Unbelievable. Okay. Do you own or do you rent?
I own
And what would you guess your house is worth?
about 300,000.
Okay. Is there a mortgage that's outstanding?
There is not.
Mark,
I knew that was going to be the answer.
I know. I mean, you can't be someone who saves this much money. Okay. So here we got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
If I were to look at what you spend, because you're such a good saver, what do you think I mean, you only make 100 grand a
Nothing.
year
Nothing.
and you're putting money into your 401k, you're putting money everywhere. So what do you think your expenses are?
I mean, they're low. They're definitely under $3,000 a month, probably closer to $2,500 a month.
Can we get you to spend some money? Do you want to have any fun? I mean,
I would love to, or
on.
actually, I would just love to earn. I mean, if you tell me I can earn less money, that will
You can earn less
open up
money.
some options.
Okay, you can earn less money. You really can. So let's just kind of talk about this, like walk you through a couple
Okay.
of things. You're only 47. And I wonder if you were in a job you liked more, whether you would feel like you could work beyond age 55. Do you think that that's a possibility?
I mean, it's not even that I dislike my current job that much, but just the full-time hours, and it's just mentally stressful. I feel like I really just don't have a good work-life balance. If I could have something either part-time and or less stressful, I would potentially think, yes, I could work beyond age 55.
Okay. I'm only looking at that in terms of like, we'd love to have you have health insurance covered, right? Just that's all I'm thinking about. So have you gone and looked out into the universe to see what you could earn out there, just working part-time, doing something a little bit less stressful, or having a job, in general that's, maybe not quite as challenging, but maybe you're done with that challenge?
Right. I mean, I've looked a little. I've been, kind of uncertain as to, how much less I can earn and have it be feasible. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about, a less demanding and also part-time job, then that is significantly less, obviously, than what I'm making now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you work out my salary into an hourly rate, it's a little less than $50 an hour. I feel like I maybe could make 25 to 35 in the kind of things I'm looking for with my skills.
I mean, here's the thing. If you were to just find a job and that job could cover most of your expenses, you're not spending that much money,
No.
right? So, Mark, do you think that Catherine could earn, say, 45 grand a year, pay some taxes, cover her expenses, and then just let everything grow? Everything else grows. What would you think would happen there?
Oh, I already ran those numbers.
I knew you were working hard behind the scenes.
just for the next 8 years, if she never contributes another dollar, she just works and uses that money to live on. What she has is going to be, $2.5 million in 8 years, which is
And
more than she needs to live on, given what she spends. I'm just a little concerned that she's saving so much that she's not actually enjoying.
well, I think
her life.
there's one of two things that is happening. I think one is that the reason why you're feeling stressed out is that you don't give yourself permission to spend, like Mark said, which might just be like constitutionally how you live. You might just be the kind of person who just works her tush off, and that's the deal. You come from hard worker, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if we're solving the problem of just being stressed out, even if you worked part-time. I just don't know. In other words, if you were to do your job, here's the thing. A lot of women will say to me, in your situation, let's say they're 45 to 55 years old. Like, you know what? I just don't want to work that hard. And they go part-time. And you know what they do? They work just as hard and don't earn the money. And that makes me angry. That's like a very weird conceit among a lot of professional women. You know yourself. So if you have to find a job that essentially guarantees that you can work a little bit less, be under a little less stress and work hard, but under less stress, I would think you could earn, frankly, if you earned 50 grand a year in a job or worked part-time at like 45 or 50 or probably, somewhere around that range, that's the right number. Because when you get to 65, we know you're going to have a pension. We know you're going to have Social Security. We know all your assets are going to grow. You could even, frankly, at this point in your life, you could make less money. And maybe if you said I'm making 30, but I need to have a little bit of extra money coming out of my brokerage account to cover my needs, you would do that. But I'm worried you won't let yourself take money out of the brokerage account to do it. I think you can certainly earn less money. I think if you wanted to really put a fine point on it, it would be helpful if you could earn as much money as your expenses. So that would put you, I don't know what the state income tax is in North Carolina, but let's just say you earn 45 or 50 grand. You can pay your bills. Your life is good. Fine. You're going to be great. If you could earn less than that if you were willing to pull money out of the brokerage account and get you there. Would you think you could give yourself permission to do that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's part of why I'm calling, so that I can get someone to tell me that that's not going to just blow up my financial future to do that, because realistically, the options I'm looking at right now, I mean, they would cover the majority of my expenses, like you said, because my expenses are so low. But potentially, I think the part-time is really what I'm looking for, because like you said, if I have a full-time, less stressful job, I do fear that I would just work just as hard and make less money. I feel like the extra hours in the day, right now, I'm so mentally done by the end of the day. I'm not exercising as much as I should. I'm not, I'm eating more convenience foods and not cooking as much as I should. I just feel like the extra hours would help me, but that does make me think that I could have at least a small shortfall between what I would be earning and my expenses.
Okay, but let's say you got that 90 grand is in the high yield savings account, okay? And let's say you just don't even want to touch that. Let's say that from age 47 to, I'm going to just say 57, because I like 10-year increments. Those 10 years. So what if you just took an extra 15 grand a year? We'll inflate it every year, right? We're not accounting for inflation in a lot of these numbers. But let's just say in today's dollars, you take 15 grand a year out of the brokerage account. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Who cares? You're fine. Even if it's 20 grand a year. You blow through 2/3 of the brokerage account. So what? It's not a big deal. It's so not a big deal. And you can do that. And if you did that and you took that extra money out, so let's say you're making, 25 or 30 grand a year, and you cover, 2/3 of your expenses, and now you take 15 or 20 grand out of the brokerage account. Go do it.
Okay.
I mean, really, there's no downside to this, except for you have no one else that you're taking care of. Why should you live under this stressful situation when you have resources? You know when people should feel stressed? When they have no choices. You have choices. Yeah. Right? And you can do this. So do you have any parents you have to take care of? Anything like that?
I have parents, but I think, they they're in good health and I think they're accounted for. I don't think I would have to help them out.
Okay. And siblings, same thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think in this instance, I would like to grant you permission to go do what you would like to do. You have plenty of money. You have that future pension. You know, the only thing you're going to have to really pay for out of pocket at this point is if you don't find a job with health insurance, you're going to have to go to the exchange, but you're not going to be making a lot of money. Okay.
Right.
So you will be entitled to get those tax credits from the Affordable Care Act. If you've got opportunities and you can make the numbers work, which I think we've proven that you can, you're golden, girl. You are golden. And you know what the payoff for being a diligent saver is? You have these choices. You have opportunities. Everyone listening, $100,000 a year, ladies and gentlemen, $100,000 a year.
1.6 million.
1.6 million bucks. Incredible. Incredible. And by the way, I don't want to hear from you New Yorkers or California people. Oh, it's different. We live in a high cost of living area. Okay. You make more probably. So it's harder. I get it. But this is an incredible story. What else should we know about you, Katherine? Anything else that you need our help with?
No, that makes me feel a lot better, actually.
Take a deep breath. You're on your way. If you, like Katherine, need another set of ears and eyes on a situation, and you're a diligent saver, you just can't quite pull the trigger on something, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you want to come on the air live with us. What a great story this is. Amazing. You can subscribe to this program on the Odyssey app. You can also subscribe to our sister broadcast, Jill on Money, on the Odyssey app. And remember, Mark Talercio, he is the co-host, executive producer, and king of all things web here at Jill on Money. We drop our episodes on Saturdays and Sundays. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. Try to lift someone up, change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next week.